he's actually going for Templar archives of his own. He doesn't have any, he doesn't have the robotic support bay up yet. So yeah.
Meanwhile, yeah, this is gonna transition more into a standard ground army maybe. But I think what gave Movie away a little bit is Movie's lack of advanced army. He had his entire Dragoon army just in his base, and it wasn't very large. So he kind of thought, you know what, he's not putting any pressure on, and there's no forces whatsoever anywhere. And plus, I picked off several of his Dragoon very early on, so he's not going to be able to do that. So I think he might revert. He thought, I think Movie's going to revert to DTs at this point. I'm going to be ready just in case he does that. Because Cal knew, if he does not go DTs right now, he is going to be behind the entire time.
And I think here's the Templar drop coming from him.
Ooh, is this going to see whether there's storms? Oh,
yeah, storm drop. Oh, no.
One storm drop. Oh, gets pretty much. Oh, second High Templar there would have been good to catch those fleeing probes. But I think he got maybe 3 to 4 probes, so not as much as he would have wanted.
Yeah, kind of misplaced storm, Cal was really fast to run his probes away. And if the second DT could get a storm on those running probes, just that could have turned the game. But we could understand that Movie didn't want to wait for a second Templar. He just grabbed the first one who came out of the gateways and went to do a drop with him.
Actually, no, he had 2 High Templars at his natural expansion, but probably decided to only use 1 just in case to keep some sort of defense at his own natural expansion, just in case Cal went for counter pressure as soon as he saw that attack coming in. He still did some damage, did not lose his High Templar, did not lose his shuttle. Going out, I think he picked off from Observer there, but meanwhile players kind of equalized position. I think Cal's ahead economically and a little bit army-wise, and definitely Movie losing those DTs. He's definitely behind army-wise, but he's still going to have an opportunity to get back in this game. He's going to have to do some economic harassment, though. That's important for him. Winning engagements is going to be difficult, even though he has a decent amount of forces. Oh, no. Picking off that shuttle. Definitely had a 1 High Templar inside. Might have had more. That's just going to push Movie even further behind. That's bad.
Yeah, but if Movie can win some engagements and possibly take down a base, he'll be in a good position. But he'll have to pull out some, some celestial micromanagement to do that. And Cal has had his mineral only, 3rd expansion up for some time now, and he's just warping in now for Movie. So Movie will have some force advantage, but not for too long. So he will have to, do the damage like right now. Like Movie, go and do some damage right now. Yeah. Actually has an Archon as well.
Oh, Dark Archon on the opposite side. I'm wondering whether this is for mind control or
I think it's just for feedback.
Yeah, maybe feedback.
To kill the Templars.
Yeah, it's actually a very good idea. I'm wondering just, your Archon, I want it now. But yeah, mind control just does way too much damage to your own Dark Archon, so
it could be very effective if you can get a shuttle with it, because if you mind control a shuttle, you get all the contents as well.
Yeah.
So you can. Yeah.
Two feedbacks on High Templars. Beautiful to look at. So the one single army advantage that Movie might have had, having storms at his capability, nullified completely by a single use of a Dark Archon, and also another observer. Oh god, Cal is just playing. He's on fire, playing top notch. Just all reactions, beautiful counters, expecting everything that Movie's doing, and just reading him in advance. This is like watching an absolute grandmaster of chess take on like a noob. It's just bad. Well, not a noob. I mean, that's a bit of an insult to Movie, but just he is definitely 2 moves ahead at all times.
Yeah, he just anticipates every single move, and he reacts very properly to every move, and he has like 10 gateways at this point. He'll be able to pump a lot of units from his 4 bases. I think he's actually getting a 4th. Both players are probably, so he'll be able to pump a lot of units. And yeah, just Movie had some advantage, army advantage. He had a window of opportunity to to win an engagement, and he actually might get his 4th base cancelled, because there are 4 zealots and a DT going in. He doesn't actually, he hasn't even put it down. So, and probably Cal is going to leave.
Oh, poor Movie.
Yeah.
Not spotting the forces before they came in. Oh, that Nexus is going to be forced to cancel. More forces streaming in right now. Movie's going to be heavily pressured. Needed that base for mining purposes. Really, really, really did. Getting, I think, some of his own zealots in there into the mix alongside. No, that's Cal's Archon actually. So
kind of hard to see.
Yeah, just overall still Cal Beautiful position, not allowing the lower right hand, meanwhile taking up his upper left. Has a shuttle out there as well, and if he manages to get a storm, I think this might be either a storm drop or a DT drop, and if he manages to do some damage with this, should be pretty good. If this is a DT drop, there is a cannon in there, and the pylon's also spotting, so it's just going to come down to what this is.
I think it's actually a storm. No, this is just zealots in there.
Zealots to start off. I wonder whether they have some.
No, he
high
got the
Templars as well.
Whoa! That is one magnificent storm. He took down 9 probes in one storm. That's very good and very bad for movie actually.
Yeah, so this Cal already had an economic advantage, and now he's just gonna run on that. Now the thing is that for him, just keep up building the army, keep up building an armed force, wait a little while until really that advantage starts to become massive. Also petering in that nexus, making it burn a little bit.
He might actually take it. No, he loses his zealot. He's going to lose his zealot.
Very close to picking off that nexus. Look at that in the red. Still has a shuttle out there, so if he thinks of, you know what, I might as well just elevator some forces. And I'm looking at Movie. Movie's very zealot heavy. Has a bunch of high Templars and Archons. Feedbacks on 2 high Templars again. Loses Dark Archon, but it's done its fair share of work.
Yeah, I think that Cal has a very big advantage at this point, and I just don't know what Movie can do to get back into this game at this point, because Cal has an army advantage, he has a base advantage, and well, actually he might not have the army advantage. They're pretty close to maxing out, I think.
Yeah, because Movie has been spending this time rather getting forces up. There's going to be huge engagement, storms all over the place. A lot of storms on Movie's forces. Finally getting his own storms off. Storms everywhere. He's much more zealot heavy, but there are a lot of Dragoons at the back for Cal. Some Dragoons picking up for Movie as well. I think actually Movie's going to be able to get through this. He has those Archons with a heavy splash.
Movie actually coming out on top.
Him. Wow, look at that pressure. Beautiful pressure. Those Archons leading the charge, getting a lot of splash damage on those clumped up forces. So at the very least, he's going to be able to do something. Cal going to go for a drop. Shuttle, careful, not getting it picked off. Let's see, High Templar going to get it. Storm up, picking a bunch of more probes. Not
saves the shuttle.
Wow. Might meanwhile lose his expansion though.
And Movie actually surprisingly coming down on top in that engagement. So he has a lot of forces left. But he might actually lose his mineral only. If he loses that, he will just have nothing but his army. His main got stormed, his natural expansion got stormed, and he only has that mineral only saturated with probes at this point, and he might lose it.
Meanwhile, he's put him on a lot of pressure, took down Cal's mineral only, but Cal's still okay. He's still on 3 gases, has that upper left, which hasn't been harassed at all. And Cal, with a very short reinforcer, he's going to be able to push this back. Dragoons and Dragoons at this point. All of Movie's Archons, unfortunately, dead now. But at the very least, he did equalize the damage a little bit with that nice army engagement. Now the armies are at the very least equal, and picking off the mineral only is good. I'm not quite sure if he lost his own. If he lost his own mineral only, then this whole thing not really an advantage anymore.
No,
no,
still standing.
Almost, barely standing. So at the very least, he's equalizing, bringing himself back into this game, continuing to stream forces on, knows that this is the chance to put on the pressure that he needs. And just meanwhile also has to make sure Cal does not drop his natural expansion again.
Yeah, he's been very good at it. And if he actually takes down this base, Movie